lovely people. How are you all doing? I hope you're good. I'm going to go straight to the point. 2 days ago, I uploaded a video where we discussed diabetes, the types of diabetes, signs and symptoms, and so on. And I promised you I'm going to come up with today. I'm going to come up today with some recent guidelines or updates for management of diabetes. You know, anybody that knows about diabetes will know that the first line treatment is always metformin. It still is, but NICE, which is a National Institute for Clinical Excellence, they've come up with a new guideline, new management for type 2 diabetes, and there are a group of drugs called SGTL2. These are drugs which are a class of prescription drugs approved by FDA. FDA is Food and Drugs Administration. They are approved by them for management of diabetes, type 2 diabetes in adults, combined with diet and exercise, or healthy living, healthy eating and exercise. Yeah, so I have to lay emphasis. Sorry, I'm outside, and yeah, so there'll be cars passing by. Yes, let me start again. This new guideline, a group of medications called SGLT2 inhibitors, that group of medication approved by FDA for management of type 2 diabetes in adults, in combination with healthy living and lifestyle and exercise. I have to emphasize on this because most people think that once you're diagnosed with diabetes and you're put on medication, hey, that's fine, you're taking your medication, you can be eating what you like. No. So this is very important. And why this new medication group has got a lot of interest is because it also has a cardiovascular and renal cover. It helps to protect your heart and also your kidneys. So that's why it's really something that they're looking forward to because of this. Because as I said before, when I talked about kidneys, that diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes, is one of the major causes of kidney or renal. Kidney and renal are the same thing, kidney problems or renal problem. So this new medication will help to cover the heart, which is cardiovascular, and renal, which is the kidneys. So that's why it's quite good. And another new thing, the other new thing is in USA they use ADA. ADA is Americans and Disability Act. It's equivalent of what we use here. Here we call it Equality Act. In America it's ADA. And they have also come up with a screening that from adults age 35 and above will be screened normally. This is not done normally for diabetes. It's just when you start having signs and symptoms, then you can go for your blood checks and all the rest of it. But now they have approved this screening to start from the age of 35 and above. And I think they're going to repeat it every 3 years, just like we do with the smear test, mammogram, prostate test, and colonoscopy, and all the rest of it. So this is a very good news, I think, and I hope it will go global because diabetes is a global issue. A lot of people are being diagnosed with diabetes on a daily basis, and most people are walking around with diabetes or pre-diabetes without even knowing it. So this screening process will be very, very good. And on top of these new guidelines, there's something I want to bring up as well, which is glycemic index. Glycemic index, or in bracket GI, is a rating system that is used to monitor how carbohydrates is released in the body. It's a rating system, or you can call it rating system for measuring the amount of how carbohydrates are released into the bloodstream. That's what a GI records, and that's glycemic index, and it's counted from 0 to 100, and anything below 55 has a low GI, and anything 55 and above is obviously has a high GI. And there are many things to look out for whether you're diabetic or not. It's always good to ensure that you are not consuming food that are very high in sugar or carbohydrate, because we need to look after our overall health anyway, diabetes or no diabetes. But more so for people who are pre-diabetic or diabetics, it's very important for you to check your the GI score of anything you're eating. Examples of food with high GI are all these sugary drinks, sugary products, donuts, soda, all those carton juices, and all the other kinds of juice that you take. All those have a very high GI because they're loaded with sugar. And then some of the food we eat almost on a daily basis, like white rice, white bread, white potatoes, these are very high in GI. They have very high GI as well. So instead of eating white bread, you can swap it around with whole grain bread. You can swap that around with that, and instead of eating white potatoes, you can actually swap your white potatoes with sweet potatoes. Some people wonder, how can sweet potato be better for you when it says sweet? Yes, it actually has much lower GI than white potatoes, so that's something to think about as well. So you can swap white potato with sweet potatoes. And then rice, instead of eating white rice all the time, I know how people, we love our jollof rice, we love our white rice, but instead of eating that all the time, you can swap it with whole grain basmati rice. Actually, whole grain basmati rice, from what I looked up, has a lower GI than most other types of rice. So if you can just do that from time to time, just swap things around, just make just a little bit of tweaks. I'm not asking you to do this, although don't eat all these things that you love all the time, but at least don't eat them every single day consistently. You can swap things around just for your own general health more than anything, you know. So these are the things that I just looked into, and I've come up to update us, because creating awareness is good. If you don't create awareness, people may not even know that what they're doing is wrong, and they will continue doing what they're doing, and they will continue having problems. When I see some diabetics eating what they should not eat, sometimes they're ignorant, that because they haven't been told. They thought that once they're prescribed medication, that they take their medication and they can just start eating, continue eating as normal. No, you can have medication. That's why this SGLT2 inhibitors specifically said that it's used to manage type 2 diabetes in combination with diet and exercise. That was emphasized there. So just to show you that medication only is not enough to manage diabetes. So let us do better, because diabetes is a global problem. A lot of people are being diagnosed, and people are walking around without knowing that they have it. And once diabetes is uncontrolled, it starts attacking various organs, starts attacking your kidneys, your liver, everything really. Your sight, you start having neuropathy. You cannot have any feeling on your feet and stuff like that. So many things involved with this diabetes. And most people with diabetes, they give them medication for cholesterol as well, statins, to help them, because most of the time they also have high cholesterol. So you see what I mean? So once we look into what we eat and increase our exercise and just do little things to help ourselves, it will help a great deal in managing this horrible disease that is actually wreaking havoc everywhere now. So this is my short updates and the guidelines, recent updates and guidelines I want to share with us. Please, this is a short video. Share it with other people. It might benefit one or two people. People might not know what is going on at the moment, or what they need to do when they're diagnosed, or even before they get diagnosed. So if you share this video, I'm sure somebody will pick at least one or two things from this video, and I'll appreciate that. And also, please give this video a like. When we upload videos, it's always very helpful to give it a like. Personally, I don't watch anybody's video without liking it, because they've made an effort to upload the video. So please give it a like. We also now have a super thanks. If you appreciate what I'm doing, you can give me super thanks by, where you have the like button towards the right side, there says what says thanks there. You can click on that and super chat me with thanks for, if you want to. But anyway, that's by the way. The main thing for me is that you share this video out so that others will see what we have discussed, and I want this to benefit as many people as possible. Thank you once again for listening, and I'll see you again very soon. God bless you, and goodbye.